Alright. Okay, so there is a couple things that I haven't done in this game, and I just remembered why the new content is working again. So I'm just gonna choose a random name. The last ever birthday party. What the fuck? Okay. So there's a couple of things that I haven't done yet. And I want to get it.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Because it'll really bug me until I get
Stanley
it.
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I don't know why I didn't think about this when I did the epilogue. Because you have to do the epilogue and then hang on a minute. The epilogue. And I want to get it.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Because it'll... Okay, sorry, I was just testing out the audio. Okay. So, do I need the bucket? Maybe.
One man, one bucket, one chance to seize their... Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
So I have to come all the way back here. All the way back to the Stanley Parable 2. Don't tell me it's gonna...
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Just skip this part!
As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers.
Yep, I know. I played that one. Well, I didn't play it, but I watched it.
Features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over. Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content. Wait, Stanley, I've just now realized. That bucket you're holding, it's the bucket I've been working on for my sequel.
Oh.
How did you get your hands on it? Isn't this the preview to the sequel? How do you have the bucket already?
Well...
This makes no sense at all.
Funny story. I've already done this.
Hold on. Did I already show you my ideas for the sequel?
Yes.
I don't remember doing that at all. You're seeing things all out of order.
That's okay. And I have 0 jumps.
All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
I've already...
infinite hole, the giant door. Did you see them already?
Yep.
Stanley, none of them are ready yet. I'm still developing them. They're not even close to finished. How did they look when you saw them? Were they captivating? Were they exciting? Did they fulfill on the promise of everything that a sequel to Stanley Parable could possibly be? Have
Yep.
I figured out how the hell to make a sequel to this game?
You sure did, mate. You sure did. It was pretty captivating, honestly. Not gonna lie.
Wait, if you're still carrying the bucket around with you, if the bucket is interesting to you, that means I must have made it correctly. Yes. You carrying the bucket with you everywhere is exactly what I set out to accomplish. The bucket is the exciting and captivating new content that I promised. I did it! I win! I made a sequel to the Stanley Parable! Yes, the sign is correct. Thank you for enjoying the new content. Thank you for taking the bucket everywhere with you. Clinging tightly to the bucket, never letting it go. It means I've won. It means I am victorious over the gamers. It is a sweet salve of victory on my soul. Thank you for enjoying the new content. The bucket is the Stanley Parable now. They are one and the same. There is no Stanley Parable without the bucket. I win, 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 I win.
That's not what I wanted at all.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
There's actually a couple
Perhaps he had
things that I
simply
need to
missed
do.
a memo.
What? Hang on a minute. I think it was just to pick up the bucket. Okay. There's a couple things that I need to do. I probably don't need the bucket, because it'll just do that whole thing again. I don't want that ending. What I want... There we go. I need the achievement machine. Because he's in the original...
You see, Stanley,
and the epilogue.
I've been
Oh my
reflecting
God.
on the Stanley parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So
when I was doing
forget
the
this
epilogue, it
ultra-deluxe
said that the
nonsense.
achievement
I say
is
we
now
take
working,
it
the achievement
one
machine.
step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2.
That went dark as shit. Yeah, he said that the achievement machine's
Yes,
now
you
working.
see, isn't this far superior to a measly port with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for. Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features. Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go
Will
with?
it change?
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Happy niece it is.
Cheers, mate. Okay,
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision. We're moving on. Now,
Okay.
here's something special. You remember that broken test trophy that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the trophy. Yes, you see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the trophy will be given to you. As you can see, the machine is not working yet since... Wait, what in the holy hell is going on?
yep.
You got the trophy? Why did the machine work? Stanley, I didn't
There
fix
you
it.
go.
I didn't do anything to it. I swear, it was broken just a second ago. Who fixed it? Is someone here? Are we being watched? Oh, God. Composure? Composure.
It really does feel like that
Yes,
they're
as you
leading...
can see, the machine is working as normal, as I intended. It truly speaks to the awe-inspiring magic of the Stanley Parable 2. Breathe.
They're making it
Just
out to
breathe.
seem like the game, like there actually is something watching us, too. Because there is dialogue in this game where it says, Stanley feels like he's being watched, or something like that. Like, when you sometimes step out of the office, it'll sometimes be like, you're being watched, or he felt like a breeze
What
over
else?
there or something.
What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
I've seen everything, mate. I just wanted to get that. So I literally can't go around, okay. Okay, I don't want to...
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2... All right, have you seen everything you wanted to?
Yep.
Ready to move on now?
Yep. Sure have.
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features?
Already
yes,
seen them,
I know
mate.
it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. it's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience. Okay. Are you ready?
Yep.
Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
Wait, there's a fig
There's
leaf.
potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay,
How do I get down there? How do I get down there? I want that fig leaf. I want that fig leaf.
Okay, yes, this is much
Also,
better.
that was me who played the sound.
Here we go. Version 2. Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything.
I want the collectibles.
I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it.
Sounds great.
Peacefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, this is the Stanley Parable 2. Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
Oh no, don't say... Oh, please don't make me have to do all of that again.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Okay.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply... It's bucket time.
Actually... So if I quit the menu now... God damn it!
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay. Something else I haven't done. There's actually two
When
things.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I haven't pressed the on button. Now I think
Yet
from
there
the
was not a
original, I
single
think I
person
remember how to
here
do it.
either.
But I
Feeling a
can't.
wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to
Not
go
too sure.
up to his boss. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
Yeah.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Let me in. Thank you.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free
So I'm gonna go and press the
himself,
button on.
to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for
And
long.
I think I remember how to do it, but I'm not too sure. Because it is a bit of a puzzle.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
I'm glad this game isn't so long either. Otherwise, trying to get this ending would be a
the monitors
bitch.
jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where
Someone got
freedom
fired.
lay
Oh,
murdered.
somebody's not even up there. 2, 3, 4.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you?
So this turns into a
After they kept
puzzle.
you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted?
Yep.
Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are said to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then?
Like 2, 3 minutes?
2 minutes.
Yeah, 2 minutes.
Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your
1.
time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are?
Okay, 5 green. 5 green. Where the fuck is 5?
Right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly
5,
what
there it
happened
is.
to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control
what if I do
away from
blue
you,
3?
It's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better.
Purple.
My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much.
Oh wait, they have numbers on it.
What? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock, why not?
Oh, okay.
These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now?
Yep.
Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones, or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me.
Yellow.
Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along.
Does that work?
It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy
me out of here.
it first, so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle.
I'm dead.
30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here, just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count, or don't. It's all the same.
This is the worst
All
Fortnite live event I've ever
and
witnessed.
believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say happily ever after.
Damn. Well, that most definitely was not what you do.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had... It's bucket time.
Sure is. Okay, can I go with the bucket anywhere?
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
There was actually something that I wanted to do.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was coming to a staircase. Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Okay. Now there's something that you can actually do. And I want to try it. I still have to go to the escape part.
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine. Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
Now, I actually tried this last time. I actually tried this, but it didn't work.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible! But just as Stanley was about to proceed further into the mind control facility, he tripped and fell over the railing and into the dark void below. Thankfully, he fell directly onto the bucket, which safely cushioned his fall. Now, what to do next, Stanley wondered. Stanley and the bucket could find no way out of this enormous pit, and so eventually they decided that the best thing to do would be to simply get comfortable down here. So they set up a little couch and relaxed.
What in the hell?
It really wasn't so bad down here. A bit cold, perhaps. After some time had gone by, they installed a few shelves as well, and a sort of kitchenette that was useful for when the bucket was craving paninis. But it wasn't until the rugs and the standing lamps came in that it really started to feel like a home. In fact, after some time, Stanley realized that it had been ages since he had even thought of the mind control facility at all. He'd never gotten to fully explore what was up there, never been able to unearth the many mysteries of the mind control facility. This lack of closure began to eat at him. Soon he was dwelling on his regrets, and the state of their home slowly decayed as Stanley became withdrawn and neglected the cleaning.
Neglected the
Unsettled the bucket deeply. Stanley wasn't usually like this. The bucket tried to reach out to him again and again, but to no avail. All Stanley could think about, all he could talk about, was going back, doing it over again, staying on the path. It was a mistake to leave the path. It was a mistake. It was a mistake. I need to do what the narrator says. I need to see the true ending. This made no sense at all to the bucket, which was simply trying to live its life down here as comfortably as possible. Yet Stanley was inconsolable.
What the hell?
This isn't an ending. This is just a hole in the ground. The bucket sighed. True, it wasn't an ending. But it's where we happen to be. And maybe, possibly, if we accept the reality of things, maybe this will become an ending eventually. It's what the bucket was counting on. The two of them waited for a very long time.
This is different.
It's bucket time.
Interesting. There's another ending that you can
Stanley
get that's
clutched
not
the bucket
that.
tightly to his chest. This was not the correct way to the meeting room.
When you don't
But
have the
Stanley
bucket.
had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was it? No, never mind.
What if I go back to
The bucket
the...
was wrong. Stanley took the
the
door
vent
on his
place
left to go back to the meeting room.
with all the tapes?
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there.
What if I come back here? Will there be new... something new? Look around first. I don't think so.
Okay, this is day number 295. Tape number... I don't even know. I've lost track. Nothing feels real anymore.
Is this the same?
The longer I study this bucket, the less sense anything makes. The sheer euphoria I feel.
This is the same. I'm not waiting through that again.
I can't wait to tell this story to my co-workers, Stanley thought. How amusing they'll find it. Oh, won't we all just laugh and laugh at the time I thought co-workers. Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't
Now,
make a single difference.
I'm pretty
nor
sure-
did it advance the story in any way.
I think this door can open somehow, but I can't remember how. I'm pretty sure you can open that door some way.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Ah, crap, I forgot the bucket.
All of his co-workers...
What if I just keep restarting the game?
Already this was uncomfortable, and Stanley decided that as soon as he found a new space he felt safe in, that he would never leave it again in his life.
Okay.
It's bucket. All of his co-workers...
I'm gonna try doing this.
Already this was All of his co-workers...
Phone's ringing again.
Hello, message scheduled either by you or a person in your place of work. The purpose of this message is to warn you about the dangers of recorded messages. If at any time you believe you are listening to a recorded message, please terminate it immediately and cease all flow of information from the recorded message into your perceptual sphere. Thank you, and have a pleasant day.
All of his co-workers were gone. What?
There has to be something for just restarting the game.
Stanley knew the office layout like the back of his hand. It was only a matter of time before he found the others, wherever they were.
Well, you erased them, mate. Tell me it yourself. Oh my god, the phone's ringing again.
Hello. This is a recorded message scheduled either by you or a person in your place of work. The purpose of this message is to warn you about the dangers of recorded messages.
All of his...
Okay.
I can't wait to tell this story to my co-workers. Stanley had never seen the office this brightly lit. Was it a sign of something? He hoped it was. He hoped very much that it was. Already this was uncomfortable.
So he said... What the fuck?
All of his co-workers were... Wait, no. This isn't the right office, is it? Is this Stanley's office?
What the fuck? All I did was... Okay.
All of his co-workers were... Wait, no. This isn't the right office, is it? Is this Stanley's office? Stanley had never seen the office. All of his co-workers...
That was weird.
Stanley knew the office layout.
There's no way that there's nothing if you keep restarting. This game's way too smart for that.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Maybe not.
What could
Maybe
it
there's
mean?
absolutely nothing.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
It's raining outside or something. Maybe one of these times it's all open. I don't know. Let's take the bucket. It's bucket time.
Bucket time.
Of course.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
There's something outside.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
What if I just stand
And here
here?
it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than
What if
the
I just
meeting
wait?
room? Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it truly was. How insightful the bucket turned out to be.
Anything? Nothing?
Truly, being here
Oh,
with the
wait.
bucket was a grand adventure. Stanley reflected on all they'd been through together.
Maybe it's
First, walking through the door on the right, then walking to the left. No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
Is there anything in here that I could have missed? I don't think so.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
I may have gotten all of the endings. I may have gotten all of the endings. Also, this cup seems very out of place. Like, it's much more brighter than anything in here. I feel like I'm missing something. I feel like there's something, like a big ending, and I'm missing it somehow. There has to be a way to get down there as well. What if I...
Good.
Said the bucket.
Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket
Maybe
was
that
speaking
door
to him.
opens now?
It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
Because that one also needs a key card. Is there a key card anywhere? Also, it is really raining outside in this game.
No, stop. Look there on the wall. You see, there's a sign right there. It says, "No buckets past this point." Stanley, how could you think it was okay to bring the bucket here? Unless, what if the problem is that you actually don't know what is a bucket and what isn't a bucket?
Oh my gosh, yes, this ending again. Okay, I think I may have completed the game. What if I do the epilogue again? Because I don't think there's any more endings that I haven't gotten. Let me think. Did I pull out the plug with the bucket? It might give me something different, but I'll just check. I mean, I don't think it'll give me anything different, but I will have a check just in case. You never know, there could be something different in this ending again. Yeah, rockin' all that, Ivan, rock. I'm just going through this game again. I haven't started all over again, but I'm just checking the epilogue. because there might be something different that I've missed. I've done a couple new things. It was pretty dumb. But I think I've got every single ending in this entire game. But I don't know. There's no way to tell. I wish you could see how many endings you've done. Or maybe you have. Hang on a minute. Where's the achievements? Oh my god, one of the achievements is don't play the Stanley Parable for 10 years. Test trophy description, replace this. Play the Stanley Parable for the entire duration of a Tuesday. Set all the settings sliders in the menu to all the available numbers. What? Bro, I need these achievements. Stupid phone. Do I get any more figurines? I want more figurines. Gym. No, no more figurines. So the max I can get is 26. 26 out of 6. Okay. Hello again. It's nice to see you. But it's terrible to learn that there will never be... Ugh, okay. So we've already seen this. Together we're going to make the Stanley Parable 15. Oh god, never mind. The Stanley Parable 15, now with added water. I don't know. Nothing in game will change itself. Yeah, let's do it. I've already got it, mate. I've already done this ending. Please select the current time. The current time is 8:11. It's fine. Just leave it like that. Thank you. The Stanley Parable 15, now with added water. Beautiful.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427.
What happens if I sit through this? I haven't actually sat
Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year.
What happens if I sit through
And
this
although
garbage?
others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever
The Stanley Parable
change
15, now with
Stanley.
added water.
Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions.
Okay, brilliant. That's awesome.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps it's bucket time.
Alright. I think I've got every ending in this game. I have legitimately
Stanley
finished
clutched
everything
the
that I
bucket
have.
tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
There's one thing I do want to check out, though. It's my
Still
favorite
no
area in
one
this
was
entire
here.
game.
Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Stanley, we must move on from this broom closet, simply because I have no remaining stickers. If I did, you can guarantee we'd be in here for hours. But alas, no stickers.
Fill my bucket up with the most stickers you've ever seen, mate. Fill it up. I'll be waiting. I actually don't think that he's going to give us anything else. I think that's like it. Nothing. Nothing at all. What a sheer load of disappointment. Yeah, I think that's it.
All of his co-workers. A soft wind blew outside and perhaps rain started, and if it did, it stopped shortly after. Stanley hoped that he would one day see weather.
Interesting. Haven't heard that one before.
How long was I sitting there? Stanley wondered to himself. Minutes? Days? Centuries? Did something crucial happen while my senses were turned? He made a note to be more careful with time from now on.
I'm getting some new stuff, but I'm not too sure how well it's actually, how it's gonna play out.
The meeting room. Yes, that's where everyone would be. Stanley just needed to get to the meeting room, and from then on, he would never be alone ever again.
It's a bit specific. Oh, go to the meeting room.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Who the hell is Franz? What the hell was that? Was that the slider? I don't know.
Even now, Stanley's office was a distant memory. What did it look like? There was a computer, perhaps, and a painting. Was it a painting or a photo? He could no longer recall.
He's giving us different dialogue, but
I can't wait to tell this story to...
heard that one.
all of his co...
I think I've completed the game. I think I've gotten all of the endings.
all of his co...
Let me just check the achievements. So I can get gold trophies, super go outside. So if I don't play this game for 10 years, which is ludicrous, Complete the Stanley Parable in under 4 minutes 22 seconds, not including load times.
Workers.
That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna complete this game in 4 minutes 22 seconds. Okay. Let me just get my timer out. Timer. Okay.
All of his co-workers were good. It's bucket time.
Yep, okay, this will work.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
This will work. Because this gives me a short distance.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was coming to a staircase. Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indicator.
And I think I grabbed the bucket, so I think it would be fucked anyway, so. Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Yeah, I think I've completed the game. Like socks? No, mate. No, I don't. I think I've completed the game. Thank God. This game took fucking forever to complete. Okay, I'm getting off this game now. If there's any other things that I can think of, then I'll come back to it. But other than that, the Stanley Parable 15, now with added water. Let's go.